Chris and Jet, they're the best. Talking cars, you know the rest. Super short prints, they collect the rarest cars. You gotta respect.
Ooh.
SSP cars we got.
A little 70s vibe.
Oh yeah. Jeff, I'm on the wrong side.
Well, swap it out.
This just doesn't look right. Doesn't feel. There we go. There we go.
Hump day. Yes. Thanks everybody for joining us. Sorry we're late. We had my daughter at a soccer game in Chatsworth, so we were fighting traffic. Just got back from it. Thankfully, Chris was waiting patiently with trivia in hand. So we're back to having trivia tonight.
Yes, we're back to trivia. I think Jeff is sort of being generous with the word patiently, but that's okay.
Chasing Majors, glad you're here. And Peated, this is something we're going to talk about. An email says no Chrome in the Stadium Club product, and Chasing Majors can probably help us out with that. It's been a wild week for Stadium Club fans, going from some people thinking it's not coming to it's coming to we're not getting what's on the package. So, Chris, you want to fill us in?
Yes, we're going. Give me 1 second here, Jeff. I just realized as I was preparing to share the trivia link, I did not prepare it entirely.
So DJ Locals, no more gold minted. Will's Sports Card says 1 shot for each minute late.
Right. RIP dry January, everybody. Yeah. I gave it a good run. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep, it was a great run.
Okay, let me get the trivia in there, and then let's talk about Stadium Club. Let's talk about what we know and what we don't know. 1 second.
What's up, Keon? Thanks for joining. Yeah, glad to see everybody this Wednesday night. There is the link to trivia.
Okay, so I just want to start. Let's just throw this up while we discuss this for a minute.
Cover athlete.
First things first. Topps gives this to us, Jeff, which is just an absolute adrenaline shot right into my scrotum.
Yep.
Like unfiltered, I'm ready to go. Like this is. I don't think I've been this excited for a product in a long time, and it has been an absolute roller coaster pretty much since the release of this image to today. This image was followed by, of course, the pre-release where they put like 3 different things on Topps.com. You can buy hobbies, megas, or those little retail boxes. And the prices were a little bit higher than what we wanted. And of course, they're removing autographs, which is a real disappointment. Instead of 2 autos in Stadium Club, we're down to 1.
I mean, they dropped the price at that. It should be like $85, but
and obviously, Jeff, as 2 people who've opened a lot of paper Stadium Club boxes, we have not once received an autograph that affected the value of our return. So for us, honestly, my initial thought was like, well, that's terrible. They took an auto away. But the more Jeff and I talked about it, I'm like, what does that mean? Like 1 less Josh Van Meter auto in the collection?
Yeah, that was the least of my concerns with the Stadium Club snafu this week.
Okay. So
Rincon is very upset about this. Yeah,
we're gonna get to it, and I know. Let's see where we are. I'm bummed about the auto coming out, and honestly, I was also really disappointed when the preview came out, when they announced the pre-order, and we saw those mock-ups of the cards, Jeff. And 2 of the insert autos they gave us in the mock-ups were sticker autos, which is crazy. Papers did that; they don't do that. Like,
but it looked like the Chrome auto was on card. So
correct. The Nick Kurtz Chrome auto mock-up we saw was on card, but the 2 insert autos in there were stickers, which is horrific. So very concerned.
Just throwing this in here.
Yeah. Chasing Majors. We're gonna get there. Give me a second, then if you could share that. But we talked about like social media, Jeff, for the most part is just a cesspool of horribleness, and the worst of humanity comes out in it. But occasionally there's good stuff. and we get like we learn things that matter, and it's sort of like you get like a million monkeys and a million typewriters, and eventually one of them's going to type up something decent. Well, someone actually discovered, and let me pull this up so we can get this right. Here we go. So someone on Reddit of all places, which is just, I don't recommend ever spending more than 10 minutes on Reddit because half your hair is going to fall out and you're going to start pulling wallpaper off your house. But someone discovered this, that the artwork on the mega boxes, Jeff, what Topps had put out for the pre-release and what is on their website now has changed.
Yes.
So what does this mean? We don't know. And then the emails went out after this. So a lot of people got this email saying, Dear Topps, we're reaching out regarding your pre-order of Stadium Club Baseball. Some unfinished packaging designs temporarily displayed on our website contained outdated artwork. And I believe this happened with Chrome Basketball too, didn't it, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. Except that that was an even bigger miss because it was actually on the product. I think on the product box, the wrong thing was printed.
So, all right. Yeah. So maybe a slight improvement here. I don't know. So we get this email, and this email immediately went around like the baseball card hobby world, or at least people that care about Stadium Club, which should be all of us, but maybe it isn't. So here we go. And to confirm on the bottom here, final printed packaging does not include Chrome related content. By the way, that's just a great phrase, Chrome related content. The final product does not include Chrome base cards or Chrome parallels. All website imagery has been corrected. Now that second one, people started to lose their minds. And rightly so. The idea, Jeff, that Stadium Club has canceled Chromes and Gold Mintons is just, it's enough to make us just give up.
Yep.
However, as the day sort of went on, people I spoke to and people I was seeing, this email appears to have only gone out to people who ordered the retail boxes. I managed to get lucky. I got 3 hobby boxes. I have not gotten this email, which gives me a bit of hope. And we have some other further sleuthing going on, that on this original packaging we saw on the hobby boxes online, you can see, I believe this came from David Adams Card World. They uploaded a high resolution image there. Yeah. Yep. And it says 16 Chrome base cards per box. So my working theory, and I admit this is tinged with a great deal of hope, is that they are making Chrome a hobby only insert for this year. So that's where we are now. I also just
positive, and maybe Chasing Majors can help us with what he was saying. They sort of,
I think we know the Chrome autos are in there, Jeff, because we saw the mock-up of the Nick Kurtz.
Correct. Right. So Chasing Majors, do you mean that by not sending this email to people that ordered hobby, that's the sort of confirmation that there might be Chrome parallels in hobby?
I mean, again, I'm going to roll with this because like Topps knows this imagery is out there and they have not made a statement to correct it. So I'm truly, and I just think, Jeff, the Chromes have been in Stadium Club since, and that's a good point as well. There are no Chromes on their odd sheet on at least all the odds that we have seen get released on the checklists.
Yep.
And there's also no mention of image variations. Now, the idea, Jeff, that Topps would get rid of both Chrome inserts and image variations is, I have to say, it's preposterous. There's no way. They have put image variations in everything. There's image variations in Costco boxes, Jeff. There's no way. There's just no way they took them out of Stadium Club.
Took it out of a product where a photo variation would be really important.
Yes.
It's the perfect product to actually have one in.
Yes. So I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. I know we have like 3 weeks at least, give or take, until the product actually releases. So I think we're going to see the checklist get expanded. I think they're going to give us more stuff. I feel like they're being dramatic and they're kind of holding some things back. But again, this is me being extremely hopeful. If they do come out and say that there are no Chrome base cards and so there's no more gold minteds and no more image variations, then yeah, I will attempt to cancel my hobby purchase as well. But I feel like there's just no way.
What's crazy is that what you said about them doing it to be dramatic, it does make a little bit of sense. Like, we're going to take some stuff away, but we'll seem like we're going to take a lot of stuff away so that when we give a few things back, everybody will be really excited.
Well, to me
crazy.
personally, there's 3 things missing that I think we've gotten like hints of, more or less. One, the Chrome cards aren't on the sheet, but they are clearly on this hobby box artwork, which has not been changed. 2, the Freddie Freeman artwork that they released included a facsimile autograph, Jeff. And Freddie Freeman is not on any autograph checklist for this product. So again, I just feel like we're not getting the full picture yet. So I refuse to panic. But however, I will give you a little bit of doom to think about. It's probably safe to assume, Jeff, that Stadium Club is not a big moneymaker for Topps. And if that is true, and you have a product that isn't making you money, you have 2 ways, in theory, to have it make you more money. 1, make it better. Or 2, spend less on it, make it worse, and don't lower the price.
Right.
So that one would seem to be the more likely thing for them to do, just based on what we've seen Topps do. But I don't know. Oh, here we go.
I asked Topps directly about base chromes, first day issues, and photo variations. They got back to me that chrome autos are in the product.
Ooh.
Yes, something we knew from the odds sheet. So we'll wait to see what he follows this up with.
Speaking of being dramatic, Jeff. I mean, yeah, I just, like I said, we got 3 weeks to go. So I'm not screaming from the rooftops yet.
I re-asked about the base chromes. I was told they're invalidating, and more details will be shared soon.
I feel like is that a typo? Did you mean to say something else? Or is that actually the word Topps gave you? Because validating.
And maybe just take that space out, invalidating, which seems about what they are doing.
Did there.
Yeah, as BH Ram says, they actually put blue X Fractors on the basketball blasters on the actual box, and there are none of them. And yeah, there's people talking about a class action lawsuit against them.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'd have every right. They're gonna have to. I mean, they'll come up with some way to compensate people, like they did when they forgot to put the Chrome SP rookies of Julio and Bobby Witt in there. Like, I mean, they'll figure something out because, yeah, that's a very easy lawsuit. This is on the box. It says it could be in there, and it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
David, that's also an excellent idea. I like to think, well, I will tell you, I can confidently say there are people at Topps that care. I have met some of them, and I have spoken to them, and they do care. But I don't know if they're the people that get to make the decisions that that we care about or that matter the most to us, if that makes sense. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, like Jeff and I have always said, you'd have to literally, like, I think I'd have to be like that guy in the movie Seven, Jeff. You'd have to put a weapon on my head and maybe even in my mouth to get me to put a sticker auto on a car. Like, I think it would take a lot. I couldn't do it. I would probably, especially on a superfractor, I just walk away from the job. But not everyone is me. Most people are mentally healthy.
Yeah, this is very disappointing. The entire situation is disappointing. It's disappointing that after 3 years, they're still so far behind that we're getting 2025 product after 2026 product yet again for months and months. And I think it's only going to get worse considering now with the NFL and NBA licenses, they're just going to keep printing more and more stuff.
Yeah, I see. I don't know if you guys noticed. I saw a little bit of the show last week. And I know the week before, Jeff and I were dealing with some comments. Just the comments will freeze on us. So we just can't keep up. And then we get like hit with all of them, like in a kind of an avalanche at once. If anyone has any experience with StreamYard, if there's something, Jeff and I, do we need to update our software? Because like right now,
very frustrating.
The last comment we see is from 617, James 7069 saying a CT scanner is the best way to go. But on my phone here, got quite a few.
I'm trying to follow on YouTube as well. Ninja Squirrel says not making enough money. The average Joe around the world cannot afford to buy many mainline products or get their hands on them if they can. And then you have the fan favorite series. Yeah, it's tough, and especially with what we saw go on with Top Sapphire basketball, which we did a big part on Spitball and Cards about that EQL release or lack of direct to consumer. Everything's going to the breakers. It's tough.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll see.
Okay, a bunch just came through. Thank you.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah.
Curator says, no, it didn't come through. Went back.
Yep.
Curator says that somehow Homer Dome already has the Stadium Club Chrome SSPs in PSA 10s from this.
All right, Jeff. I'm gonna, if I cheat this a little bit, I added putting the comments directly on the stage, and they seem to show up.
Oh,
it takes up a little space down there on the right, but it did catch up. So let's just leave it like that for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes.
That's a great idea, and then we can still.
Yes, but yeah, I saw what you said about Curator. His comment was that Homer Dome cards already has all the Stadium Club. Somehow he printed them himself and graded them, and he'll begin posting them next Thursday on SSB Thursday.
Did the Stadium Club news end dry January?
Yeah, among some other news. Yeah, Jeff and his wife rarely have an opportunity to go out. That's because true. Like they're both extremely busy and they have 2 kids. And last Saturday we got we had an opportunity. They somehow a window opened up and they're like, we can go out tonight for a couple of drinks. And I can't say no to that, guys. You don't. Come on. So Jeff, of all people, the responsible one ended dry January for me. And then the Stadium Club situation is not helping it one bit.
Well, dry February is just around the corner.
Very true.
This leads to a bigger conversation. Maybe we can get into it sometime, MG. But Fanatics is deciding to go only with the people that best serve Fanatics, and it is a business, so that's understandable, but very frustrating for a lot of card stores that have been around for a long time.
I like how crazy Cryptids thinks. He's not wrong. I also want to get to this MG. Products like this. He says he just opened up a box at Topps Heritage High Number, and that's fun. That's a product that I like to rip. With my dad a lot because it's accessible and it's not expensive, but you're just not a ton of value in there. But there's not a ton of value in any boxes, Jeff. But at least something like Heritage and Stadium Club for $120 on release or on pre-release.
Well, I think the value, at least with those, is that it actually takes a little bit of time because there's there's a lot of packs in there. There's a lot of cards. You can take your time going through them. It's not like Dynasty where there's one card in the box. So that's where you get some of the value. But you're right. You're not gonna make your money back.
This makes me laugh. Yeah, Deuterino, absolutely. Jeff's like, hey, it's not my fault. But no, it was more your wife's fault, honestly. When I offered to drive, she was like, why are you going to drive? And that means you have a reputation, I have to say.
So you limited it, though. So it's like half dry.
Yeah. It was a damp.
Good name for February.
Frequent drinks February. Yeah, well, we're headed on a trip with her parents, so it's definitely going to be a tough month.
Are you going to Mardi Gras with her parents?
Only in my mind, Jeff.
Oh, I can imagine.
Only in my mind.
Bring your beads. This is another news item that came out this week that they are bringing Platinum back. I believe they dropped the anniversary off the title, but they're bringing Platinum back. And I got to say, Chris, the cards actually look pretty good.
Yeah,
if they're not charging an arm and a leg for them, I might actually pick up a box to open. They were a really good value in 2022 and 2023. I remember picking up cheap boxes at card shows to bring home and open with my kids. I don't know why they skipped it last year. And now it's back. I've stopped trying to come up with what Fanatics is doing.
Yeah, I was trying to find their post on Instagram about that set. I don't see it now. But yeah, the mock-ups we saw, they looked really good. And so the 2021 set is still extremely cheap because there's just no good rookies in there.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, those cards are popular and they look good. And man, I wish I could find the mock-ups really quick, but I don't see them on the Topps website, on the Topps Instagram page. But yeah, they look really good. They're nice horizontal for the 55 year, I believe, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I can't remember if it was 55. That sounds right.
So, I like horizontal, but that also means there's more space for autos. Like the guys can get a little bit bigger with them.
Yeah, they got the big cityscapes behind them. It's nice. And there's talk about LCSs and the lack of participation, but I think they're not getting rid of the LCS altogether. What's happening, MG, is that they're becoming more corporate. They're really encouraging these corporate type stores, new stores. You see all the Tom Brady card vaults that have been opening. Those kind of places are the ones that are going to get the get the cards. They want to do breaking in all those places. They want to do breaking on Fanatics Live and Fanatics Collect. It's all of a piece. So yeah, I don't know how the small card stores are going to survive.
Yeah, what a surprise, Jeff, that Tom Brady's shop isn't going to be in any isn't going to have any trouble getting product.
Yeah, surprised that they're getting the product.
Yeah. Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Where can I find that? Is it here? No, it wouldn't be there. Maybe it would be. Hold on. But yeah, by the way, J.E. Urseth and Doc's cards, we are not going to repeat that, but it is funny. For the sake of our 1% female viewership, we're not gonna repeat that phrase. Where is this platinum box, Jeff? Now I want to look at the cards again.
Yeah, and I think once again we're losing a lot of the comments. But looking at YouTube, somebody commented that read an article last year saying it'd be released every other year.
Oh,
every year,
okay.
25, 27, 29.
All right.
So that makes
Well, hopefully
sense.
Stadium Club doesn't go that route. All right, come on, come back. It looks like my comment trick stopped working, Jeff.
Yeah, I was trying to do it too.
StreamYard. We're gonna have to find new technology even for this.
New streaming software. But
Right?
You'll be happy to know, Chris, that Jason Smith promises that the drinks will hit different there in Hawaii.
For sure they do. They definitely hit the wallet differently. I can tell you that much. Like if it weren't for that Costco by the airport, my wife and I were there like 10 years ago, and that Costco probably legitimately saved us like $2,000. But anyway. All right, I'm getting some people. Doc's card says, yeah, for next week we can uninstall and reinstall. We can try something like that.
We could try turning it off and on. Yeah, somebody else
When in
is
doubt,
appreciating that we get a spitballing video and blabbing on the same day. It is just one of those Wednesdays.
I did also just want to, on a quick positive negative note on PSA, we did get, if you guys saw, we got like that. We did a 3-card reveal like 2 weeks ago. The cards are in. I'm going to get rid of this. So we're kind of excited. This Aaron Judge just looks awesome. And it is on its way to Ironclad Cards on Instagram. If you're watching, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Really? Hey, show the back of it again. We were remarking how clean that one corner is. That's always terrible on.
Yep.
Look at how it fades kind of from a gray to like a dark gray and black, and that corner is always white.
Yeah, we opened up cards in 2020, but if you just took your pack and looked at all the corners, almost all of them are going to be white. Which is funny. This was the bigger card. This is awesome. Our gold Soto Shuffle in a PSA 10 looks beautiful.
Yes,
and this also looks beautiful despite PSA thinking. I took a long look at this one today, Jeff, and I don't know. I don't see it, but that's okay. It still looks awesome, even if we just go like that. Look how great it looks. Just get the grade out of there.
Yeah, I don't understand that one at all. In hand, it looked really good.
Oh yeah. But I would say that's pretty good PSA news. I want to give you guys an update. Jeff in person dropped off at the Burbank shop on December. I think we looked it up the 14th. I think you were in the shop. January 28th, 27th, 28th. 28th.
Yeah.
We are not checked in.
Right. Yeah. So they went to all the trouble to tell us that Doc's card says sell it. They went to the trouble to tell us that now their timelines start when you drop the card off. So whatever it is, 95 business days or something, instead of starting when the card enters the system. So presumably it's within the system. I mean, it's within that 90-day period already. But we've also heard anecdotally some orders are going through quickly.
Yes, our very own SFO Sox fan dropped one off and got it back. His bulk back, from drop off to his door was 6 weeks, or drop off to a grade reveal was 6 weeks. So I did another drop off. I want to say last week. Was that last week that I was in there, Chris? I did another drop off, and they told me right there that it would be 6 weeks before we saw the check-in. It's crazy. Oof. Oh, Jay. Oh, see, a lot of the shipping is just crazy. That's 2 weeks to ship a card from Fanatics Collect, JE. That's nuts. But I know that Signed and Slabbed on Instagram, if you guys follow him, he has a couple things he's won from Fanatics Collect. in a premiere auction, and it took him almost a month to ship him the cards. And he was just like tracking it on his page and getting pretty annoyed. These seem like fixable issues, Jeff.
They should be. That's absolutely true. They should be.
You put this comment up. I just wanted to go back to it really quick. Yeah, the handle of booze when you're going to a resort, and then you can just sit there by the pool and order like cranberry juice or grape juice, or I would just bring down like a Gatorade that is like 80% not Gatorade. And they never bother you. As long as you order something, you get like a sandwich or something. They don't really care what you're doing. Now, you cannot bring the handle of rum to the pool, Jeff.
I was just going to say, you better clarify. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of. Well, what are you saying? I brought my fifth of vodka down by the pool, and they got yelled at.
Oh, Brewers Kill says he sent you a dynasty on Reddit.
Yeah, it was a Yelich. It was a Yelich dynasty. In fact, it was part of a Yelich lot. Couldn't think of the word. A Yelich lot, and it did look really nice. I wish it had the kind of the throwback style uniform. It had the dark blue one, but it was nice. Thank you for sending it. Always appreciate seeing those.
Cardboard Showcase right there with you. The last bulk we got back, Jeff. I think it sat in QA for almost like 3 weeks. Like not quite 4. That's crazy, but I don't know. There's
no rhyme or reason for it. Sometimes it sits there and then we think, well, that means that they're going to do an upcharge or that it's going through something because they got to comp it out and send you a bill. And that happens sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So there's no real rhyme or reason for
it. Michigan Cars and Grass. This is a visual that really puts a smile on my face. I feel like the pool attendant might say something.
Unless they're filling it.
That's true.
They're filling it.
I mean, the real question is if I've got that on my head and I'm just like standing in the pool, how many hours before they tell me like, sir, you need to get out and use the restroom?
We know there's something not right here. That much liquid can't be going in without any coming out. Get out.
For sure. But yeah, I like where your head's at, Michigan Cars and Graphs. That would be great.
Yeah. Oh, Filmington here with a nice timely comment. Harold Baines, greater than Bill Belichick. Chris, I know you're not much of a football fan, but somebody mentioned earlier in the comments that Belichick did not get through on the first ballot for the Hall of Fame, despite winning a billion teen Super Bowls. Harold Baines.
Yeah. How is that possible? I mean, are they really like?
And the Football Hall of Fame, Chris, compared to the Baseball Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame is much more lenient, much more accepting of.
Do the voters just not like him?
Maybe they don't like that he has a 24-year-old girlfriend. I don't know.
Oh man, whenever I see pictures of the two of them, and it makes me think of that movie. Someone can tell me the name of it, but it's
Back
like
to School?
Weekend at Bernie's. No, it's a horror movie, and it's about like a woman who like a ghost who like rips people's tongues out if they see her, or they make a sound if they scream. She like rips their tongues out, and it's like she was like a puppeteer. And the twist, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil this because someone will know what this movie is like the guy's father who is going back to visit is actually just being puppeted by his nurse, like he's dead. And she's like put like a piece of wood in where his back is, and she's like moving his mouth and stuff. It's a really weird movie, but Bob Gunton is in it, who I know we've talked about before.
I love some Bob Gunton. It sounds like a horror version of Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, it's like, oh yeah, it's very so. I can't think of it. Someone else will think of it, but I mean, I did see a chunk of it. I thought that twist was kind of fun.
Vinny Vegas with a personal question for Chris. I'll let you get to that. This is very frustrating that we can't get to these other questions because somebody had a very timely one. So after you answer this, Chris, I will ask you.
Okay. This is a great question, Vinny Vegas. I've actually, so we are going to be in Hawaii with my wife's parents. I have texted her father and asked him if he thought, should we get matching Speedos just to be funny and see how mad we can make our wives? He has not written back, and this was weeks ago. I sent this text to him. So as of right now, no. He may have even canceled the trip. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like the idea, but we'll see.
I think you need to get some Blabbin branded banana hammocks, and you guys can strut around with them.
Yes, I'll put Blabbin on the front, Jeff, and slab it on the back.
Blabbin Bout Slabbin. Okay, where is that question? Oh, Abel in Vegas wants to know what our plans are for the West Coast Card Show. Are you guys planning a Saturday hangout, or will it be Thursday or Friday? A very timely question. We're looking at Friday.
Yep.
A Friday Blabbin hangout. We're going to spend the day at the show. A Friday Blabbin hangout at a place close to the show. So we'll definitely be posting about that before. If anybody can make it to the West Coast Card Show, it would be great to meet up with you folks. We're going to try to get a box to open there, perhaps.
All right, there are some really great comments. Kevin Morales says your face during my description of the movie was really good. It exists. Dang it! It's called like Silent or Quiet. During
Silent
trivia, I'll
Night.
find it. I'll find it during trivia when you're doing the questions. I will dig it out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna see if I can't just fuss with the comment thing.
Filmington's saying that Brady getting in unanimously will show the true reason for Belichick's snub. Okay.
I don't know. Snub, it doesn't make any, could they just be angry at him for some reason? I don't know.
Well, he did mention Terrell Owens didn't get in on the first ballot either, so it helps if the media likes you. Maybe the Deflategate stuff. I don't know.
Didn't Ray Lewis kill someone and he got into the Hall of Fame pretty quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I don't. Maybe sorry, he was allegedly involved in a killing.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we don't get sued, because I'm sure Ray Lewis is watching right now. Jeff.
Sorry, Ray.
Oh, that's it. Chris Hayes. Going back in the comments here, I knew someone had to have this. Chris Hayes, 4166. It's called Dead Silence. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm really annoyed at the comments. I knew someone had to know.
And directors of Saw.
Yep. All right. K. Deuterino says, was it My Dinner with Andre? No. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a pretty creepy movie, I gotta say. I did spoil it though, so sorry.
All right. Yeah, I was going to ask you further questions, but maybe people don't want further spoilers. So, all right, Dead Silence. We'll have to check it out. Add it to the list. I'm sure it'll be on trivia soon, so be ready.
Yeah. Oh, DJ Locals matching Hawaiian shirts. Absolutely. I will 100% be getting matching Hawaiian shirts for her dad and I. And they will be the most outrageously tacky Hawaiian shirts you can imagine. I will get a picture. We'll post it on the Blabbin account so you guys can see.
Are you bringing your pineapple shirt?
You mean my flamingo shirt?
Oh, your flamingo shirt. Yeah. Sorry,
absolutely.
That's you that has a pineapple shirt.
Yeah. Although I will say that your son's wardrobe and mine are probably far more similar than I would like them to be.
A lot of Adidas pants.
Ha! All right, Brian Weeder, Ray Lewis, Blabbin Bout Slabbin. That's funny.
Oh yeah, we're back. Thank you.
Yeah, royally cheesed. You're right. Imagine the person who had to tell Ray Lewis, no. That's not going to be fun. Okay, all right, we've temporarily caught up, so that's nice. I knew that movie existed, Jeff.
It sounded like more than a fever dream, so I believed you that it existed, but I just hadn't heard of it.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the OJ Ray Lewis duo would be pretty good. I think it was mentioned a couple weeks ago, Jeff. There's a fantastic Tim Meadows OJ Simpson skit on SNL where he is commentating and he draws something on the teleprompter. It is no notes, just absolute SNL perfection.
Yeah, go really check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Chris, do you want to tell people what we're playing for? What we're playing trivia?
Yeah, let me go ahead and put the.
Speaking of which, while Chris wasn't here last week, we did have some prizes. It was guess Filmington's wax stash, which was a crazy amount. But from the Blabbin account, I sent both Timmy Two Hobbies and who was Top's Holiday Collector a message, because there's two prizes and I want to know who wants which. So check your IGs. Maybe it's in the requests from Blabbin, but let me know so I can get those sent out to you.
Yeah, I was obviously out of town. It was kind of nice to see. I saw a bunch of posts of the stuff that we mailed out right before I left all arrived. So people were
finally arrived. So, yeah. The Blabbin trivia backup is not as bad as the PSA backup. It definitely gets there in less than 95 business days.
All right, BA Trom says that's the skit he's quoting. M. Parsons says there's a giant football player at the front door. Should she send him back to me? Please do not. Go ahead and just turn Turn that front door light off, please. Okay. So trivia tonight, if you guys have been following along, the pile is getting smaller. Again, these were donations from Otani, PSA 10 on Instagram.
Who's been posting some absolute fire, by the way. So if you're not following his account, follow Otani PSA 10 on Instagram.
Yeah, actually, that's a great one. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that one up.
Thank you once again for your donation and for posting all of these crazy Otanis. It's very fun.
Yeah, he and obviously, Jeff, he likes them in a certain condition.
Yeah.
I think you guys can
his name. Makes sense.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just pull this up. There it is. Papa. Okay. That's his latest post. I'm not a huge Bowman's Best guy, Jeff, but the red with the red and the Otani, it's a nice color match.
A lot of red on there. The PSA, Otani, the background. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here we go. The winner tonight can choose between Robinson Cano, JD Martinez, Michael Kopech. I imagine those two will be around for a while. Nolan Arenado, Rafael Devers, really looking
Devers still available.
Still in the Red Sox. Brandon Crawford and Jose Altuve, a couple local popular guys. Altuve looking a little chiseled in his, like, what I can only imagine is a child medium. Large. Yeah. And then we got Verlander and Votto. Both looking pretty dapper here, I gotta say. A lot of guys can't pull this hat off, but I think Joey Votto actually makes it work. So yeah, first place gets their choice of one of those.
Curator did receive his Corey Seager, courtesy of Michigan Cards and Graphs.
Yes, he did.
That's great. Thank you for that generous maneuver, Michigan Cards and Graphs, and I'm glad that you got it. Arenado's rumored to be taking grounders at first base this spring training.
Man, it's hard to really get what's going on. I mean, Arenado was someone who looked like a first ballot Hall of Famer as like maybe 5 years ago, Jeff. I don't see him that way anymore. So I don't know. Maybe he's got one more push in him, but I just don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he was definitely ahead of Machado in the pecking order, and I think that has shifted.
Oh, for sure.
Machado showing he's got a lot left in the tank, and Arenado does not necessarily.
We talk a lot about how like MVP voting matters more, for like post-career stuff. Really, I mean, I guess it matters in the hobby too. I mean, it matters. We like to think it's not that big a deal, but it really is. It is a big deal. In 2022, Paul Goldschmidt was your NL MVP, Jeff, and it really elevated his cards a little bit and made his Hall of Fame case feel like more significant than it may have been before.
For sure.
I believe finishing second or maybe third, I forget which one, was Nolan Arenado.
Right there.
Who had a higher WAR and arguably a better season.
Yeah.
But he just didn't quite have the hype around him that Goldschmidt did. Arenado wins that MVP and Goldschmidt doesn't. I wonder right now which one of those two players we're talking about more likely to make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And I think more of Arenado's WAR came from the defensive side, which makes sense. So he didn't quite show out the way offensively that Goldschmidt did. And for Goldschmidt, it also seemed like Goldschmidt's it seemed like kind of a career achievement type award. He had some great seasons in Arizona. Yeah.
Now Filmington is Votto. I'd say Votto's weirder than Filmington, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure Phil appreciates that. Michigan Cards and Graphs. Arenado's bat is already bad for third base, let alone first. He really is a guy that once he left Coors, I mean, he had the good first season in St. Louis, but then he didn't do a great job of sort of putting the mile high numbers behind him. Let me find this here. Yeah, here we go. Oh shoot, I hit the wrong thing. Hold on. I just want to take a minute and revisit that vote because we have a few minutes before trivia here. May as well. Brandon said he finished third. Machado finished second.
That's right, mate. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, Manny's got a lot of top
five finishes. Okay. Can you see this? Okay. Yeah. So Nolan Arenado, I mean, it was pretty close, right? He has 7.9 WAR to Goldschmidt 7.7. I mean, that's probably a negligible difference. Goldschmidt has a 35 home runs, more RBIs, higher OBP, like definitely just a better offensive year, and that did it for him. By the way, I mean Machado, nothing to be embarrassed about there himself.
I can't see yours, Chris.
Hold on, there it is.
Now I see it. Yeah, that's he ran away with it, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I undersold Goldschmidt's season a little bit. I forgot he had the 35 home runs, 115 RBIs. I forgot he led the NL and OPS too. So for sure, I mean, he earned that MVP. But yeah, if you did switch those, I think the Hall of Fame situation would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
We're seeing in the comments here, Arenado better than Tim Raines. That's interesting. Two very different players, Jeff.
Yeah, if you look at Raines' career, he had a really impactful peak. Yeah, that's a tough one. But Baines, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I just wanted to. So Doc's cards here says Nolan Arenado is 47 home runs away from 400. And for sure, Jeff, there's no guarantee he gets that, right? 47 home runs is a lot.
That's
a lot of home runs.
That is a lot. And I mean, what is 400 home runs? Yes, it's a big round number, but it's no guarantee.
No,
I mean,
I think 500 isn't a guarantee anymore.
And 500.
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't vote for Stanton. Yeah, I don't care if he hits 500 home runs or not. All right. Yeah, he says Nolan's 47 home runs from 400, 79 hits from 2000. I don't think that's a guarantee either. To go along with now, 10 gold gloves, 6 platinum gloves, 8 all-stars, 5 silver sluggers. It'll be interesting. I mean, if Roland is in, Arenado is probably in.
I think he'll get in, but he's not the slam dunk case that he was.
No, and I don't really think it's going to do much for his hobby either. I don't think it's necessarily going to make his cards a lot more desirable than they currently are. All right, I'm going to put the trivia link back in here again.
And I've got a nice second place prize, Chris, tonight. He's mentioned in the comments. Here's a nice Tarek Skubal refractor rookie.
Nice.
One of the few decent players from that class. Who would have thought that he's the top lasting rookie from it? But
yeah, he and Garrett Crochet are carrying that
2 pitchers,
carrying that product.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you saw that coming in 2021. Or were you busy loading up on Dylan Carlson and Christian Pache and Alec Boehm?
Man.
Don't feel bad. A lot of people were.
Yeah.
I definitely still, I think I have one. I think, my last Dylan Carlson card is on its way to, or it may be at ComC at this point.
I just found a stack of like 10 Dylan Carlson Bowman first refractors.
Oh.
I was saving those for, but now kindling is the proper answer.
Yeah, sadly. What we got here? 648. All right, there were a couple eBay sales. Before we get to trivia, Jeff. I'm sorry. Someone in the comments had a question for you. What do you think of these Giannis trade rumors? Is it something to be taken seriously, or are you sort of brushing them off?
Oh boy, yeah, man. Yes, it's to be taken seriously. He's injured again, as I told Chris. He's at his 4th significant calf injury in the last 19 months. But he still has been as dominant as ever when he's healthy. It's just the team is falling apart around him. I think it's probably to that point where it's best for everybody if he goes somewhere else. It
is. I just want to talk about this card for a minute, but before I didn't mean to put it up just yet, but it's there. People, again, I am accused frequently, Jeff, of jinxing players and buying their cards, and bad things happen.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I actually bought Jeff wanted he was having eBay problems. I ended up bidding on a Giannis card for him, and it was mailed to me because I won it. And I gave it to Jeff yesterday. It arrived at my house, and I believe he injured his calf the very next day.
Yep.
So even when I'm like a surrogate, Jeff, it's still bad news for the player.
Correlation, causation. There's an argument to be made there.
Hmm.
Man. Yes. So I think they're real, and he's so good. I just want him to succeed. And if the Bucks can rebuild, great. Doc's a reminder that he was an NL MVP finalist 3 times with Arizona, which I don't think they actually had those terms, the finalist back then. But does that mean like a top 3 finisher? Is that what the finalists?
Yeah, he was second. Like he had some really good years in Arizona. He was one of those guys for a while that if you played fantasy baseball, you knew all about Paul Goldschmidt, and if you didn't, you really didn't care because Arizona wasn't in the headlines too much. But no, he is very good. Yeah. No, he is very good. I think he will end up in the Hall of Fame. It's kind of painful to watch him now, though.
Stephen Diggle, question. If you pull a low-numbered parallel of a fairly big star, someone not worth a ton, is it your responsibility as a collector to list it in case someone is chasing the rainbow? That's putting a lot of work on responsibility there. No, I think you can collect however you want. It's nice if I'm sure you'd find somebody interested. Those are the kind of cards that I send to ComC usually because then somebody can find them.
Yeah, well, those aren't not a fairly big stars. Yeah, man, you're sending the your red, I don't know, Aaron Nola's to ComC.
Yeah, I guess it depends what he means by if it's fairly big star, but it's also not worth a ton. So if it's a low number parallel of a fairly big star, it's probably worth more than.
Yeah, I would say we have no responsibilities as collectors in that regard. But yeah, I mean, if you have like, I don't know, you pull a Zach Wheeler red and you don't care about the Phillies, I mean, I just throw it up on eBay and let Philly fans fight over it. I mean, we got to get some kind of value out of these boxes we're ripping, Jeff.
Yeah.
I did also. I need to leave this Ohtani up there for another minute. I did want to say, very cool Austin Riley pickup here. Austin Riley is one of several Braves who's basically playing 2026 for his life, for his baseball life, and for the franchise. Really, like we need him to be healthy and to stop striking out as often as he was.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about hobby relevance and how once you lose it, it's hard to get it back. And you're right, Riley's just kind of hanging on by a thread there.
2 straight injury-plagued seasons. Yeah, a lot of Braves players are hanging on by a thread, Jeff, and a lot of Braves fans
too, Chris.
Yeah. So Chris C, are we selling Modern before the lockout? It's a scary time.
Yeah, this discussion came up on Discord a little bit, which is a plug for the Spitball in Discord. If you want to talk about stuff like this, it's a great avenue to do that. It came up, and even guys like Ohtani, and I mentioned in the Discord that to me, he's the least risky Modern player, no matter how long the work stoppage goes. So I don't think I'm not selling any of mine. Chris and I haven't explicitly talked about that. I don't think we're selling any of our Ohtanis ahead of that, but there are some Modern players that could be concerning. So it's something to keep an eye on, but I wouldn't panic right now.
Yeah, I would say like guys like Ohtani and Judge are probably the 2 least panicable, players out there. But yeah, I worry. I mean, as a Freeman collector, I legitimately am concerned. Like he's making a run at 3,000 hits, but a lost season will cost him like 170 hits as he's winding down his career, and his odds of him, missing an entire season at 36 and then just coming back at 37 and pick it up where he left off. That's tough. That's tough. So it's older players in that range. I think, they're going to miss a chunk of counting stats for sure. And think about someone like Juan Soto too, on the other end of the spectrum. He missed 100 games in 2020. And how many is he going to miss in 2027?
Right. It's funny because you look at Soto and all those records we see for the best start to a career, or most walks, most home runs before certain ages. He's right up there with Ted Williams on a lot of them. And he would be even closer or past him in some if he had a full season in 2020. So it definitely affects numbers, and baseball is such a numbers game more than some of the other sports. So it will affect a lot of players. Just wanted to mention Tiny Timmons' comments that he's got strep throat, but his doctor prescribed him Blabbin Bout Slabbin, and I'm already feeling better. So
there you go.
Chris, all our money that we're paying to the doctors to throw our name in their prescriptions.
Any sponsorships we can get, Jeff, it almost feels like a reverse sponsorship, really. Like we're just going out, handing out free samples at every doctor's office we can find.
Yeah, it's our version of the Blabbin grab.
Absolutely. Tex PC cards picked up a really cool Ozzy Albies Dynasty card. Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of these guys, I mean, it's hard to buy Ozzy Albies right now. I think if an Albies card showed up at my house, my wife would shove it down my throat and strangle me with it.
Probably rightfully so. Yeah.
And I really couldn't falter too much. So I believe it was Forbidden Donut. Maybe he was making me upset. Yeah. Forbidden Donut says that the player that could be hurt the most by the lockout is Acuna. And yeah, I mean, he's already missed so much time, Jeff. We've documented it quite a bit. And yeah,
I could hear that argument for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we've said before, 2026 there's no one for whom the season is more important than him. And yeah, if he has a big year and then there's a lockout, I mean, yeah, we're just eating his prime away.
And yeah, I do think that, and it's sad to say, but it almost seems like the ship has already sailed on Acuna getting those huge numbers. So he's not playing for a Hall of Fame career in terms of compiling, like say a guy like Devers might be, but he's playing for a Hall of Fame career of a guy with a huge peak, some monster seasons, some records, some memorable moments, and he's definitely right there. So if he could add to that in 2026, I like his chances.
Mark saying we should have a brought to you by Pfizer banner up there. Yeah, I do think Acuna's still got a shot at 500 home runs, but I think a lot of the other stuff has probably gone by the wayside. I think as he gets older, he'll shift his approach to fewer, he's not going to run. He'll probably start selling out for power in his like mid 30s.
Yeah.
Shelly the Turtle, I mean, it's a huge roll of the dice. I mean, if you're feeling lucky, go for it because
he's got a huge fan base. So if he does well, look out.
Yeah, he had a top 10 in jersey sales last year, Jeff.
Still,
despite missing 2 months.
No, and he looks great in the winter. Man, every time I see him either working out or hitting bombs, he looks great. Nikki, this is a Shea Langoliers out of 5. No interest in him. That's a great one to throw up on eBay. Throw up at a high, buy it now and get some offers. Get money for it and buy someone you do like.
Or just let that roll for bids because there's going to be guys that love Langoliers and they'll fight for it.
That's true. Especially as it gets closer to spring training in the season, we're still a little bit at that risky auction point. But once we get baseball in front of mine, that's a good point.
Yeah. Hey, Ironclad, thanks for joining us, and thanks again for the Judge purchase. We do not know if he has any image variation in 2025 Stadium Club because we don't know if there are. If you want to jump back to the beginning of this, we had kind of a breakdown of where we are with Stadium Club, what we know, what we don't know at this point. I don't want to rehash it because I'm going to start to break out into hives.
Yeah. So we're agreeing with a lot of people that the lockout could cause some issues.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely going to, between 2020 and the lockout, you're looking at a lot of lost games in an 8-year span, Jeff.
Agreed. Spartan Domer with a little constructive criticism for Ronald Acuna taking off some jewelry, and maybe that's what's causing the lower leg injuries.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, and I've said this before, and I know it sounds creepy, but we are who we are, Jeff. I've watched all of Acuna's workout videos he's been posting on Instagram, and he looks, his legs look very strong. His legs look thick. I know he's pumped up for the World Baseball Classic, as we all are. I mean, I am really, really excited for this.
Same.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. The Braves are due some good fortune here, Jeff.
Braves are due some good fortune, already facing some injury issues. Doc's card says he looks beefy.
Yeah, in a good way. I totally agree. And yeah, speaking of things I jinx or don't jinx, Gregory, Gigi's cards, by the way, it's his fault. He sent me a Ha-Sung Kim card as a gift for free. Ha-Sung Kim tears a ligament in his finger 3 days later.
Yeah, at home, right?
At home. He fell on the ice. I mean,
yeah.
There's no montage of videos I love more in the wintertime, Jeff, than people falling on ice. Like I could watch them for 20 minutes and I'm just laughing hysterically. But now it's going to start to make me angry.
Right. Now you're just going to be reminded of that. Jay Ear says Klesko's been working with Acuna on lower body strength and beer chugs.
I would say yes. There's a very real world where Acuna is the Braves' full-time DH. but I'd like to think not until he's in his 30s. I think we're probably at a point where, he's 28 going into this year. I bet, they'll probably talk to him about moving to left field around his 30th birthday. Kind of take a little wear and tear off. But that arm, Jeff, that arm plays in, right? That flat throw against the Yankees.
That was one of the highlights of the season for all of baseball.
Yeah, certainly top 5 Brave highlight, because they're
got a request, Chris, from Chris C. Can you buy some Patriots cards before the Super Bowl? Drake May is the quarterback. Yeah, if you want to pick up some Drake May cards.
I don't know who that is, but I guess he's their quarterback. Jeff just said it.
Yeah. Gigi's card says, I haven't even sent the card yet, in the middle of unpacking, but just the mention of sending you a player's card was enough.
It was enough. Yeah, absolutely. It was enough. Air Jordan asked, if Acuna doesn't run as much, how will that affect his market? I don't know. Ohtani didn't run as much last year.
It depends what else he does. Right. I mean, if he's hitting 40 bombs and scoring a ton of runs, I think he'll be just fine. But if he's hitting 20 home runs and stealing 20 bases, it's not quite the elite Acuna we're expecting.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be better than Perdomo. And 2020 is not going to get it done. But yeah, exactly what Jeff said. I'm not concerned about him. I don't really care about the stolen bases, as both a fan of the team, of the player, and his cards.
Hectic, we already mentioned this West Coast card show. Chris and I are definitely going to be there on Friday, the Friday of Valentine's Day weekend, and we're going to have a Blabbin get together Friday night right near the convention center. So definitely we'll be there.
Yeah, we will definitely be there. You'll have a little Blabbin meetup. We're looking forward to it. Austin says, what team does Acuna go to when his Braves contract is up? That's mean. He signed I believe I looked this up, Jeff. He's got like multiple team options. I think he has this year and 3 more after, or 2 more after. So
I thought it's till like 2030.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. He's got those 2 player options or 2 team options. I'm not concerned about it. I'm really not. I know he likes it there, and he's not money motivated. He's happy. He's married. He's got kids. He's got his family. He's got a Nike deal.
And I'm sure winning would help. So
yeah,
good luck for that aspect of it. All right. So tell us about this card before we get into trivia, Chris.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to, so this Atomic PSA 10 sold a couple days ago. It's one of Ohtani's got a couple rookies where he's doing both. And this is one I was watching, and I don't know. I don't know how to value stuff with Ohtani anymore. And I guess that we just have to assume it's going to sell for more than we think. But I do really like this card. And the fact that it's like an insert in Bowman Chrome, maybe that helps it a little bit long term. But yeah, the fact that it's got, the Bowman logo on there and he's doing both on the card, it makes it cool. I know there are very limited autos on this one as well. If you're able to, mortgage your house and buy one of those, I like it. But yeah, there was a gentleman at the last 3 West Coast card shows, Jeff, who was trying to talk you and I into buying one of these. And tell me where and I was like, oh yeah. And I just kept saying no. And that guy was right. We were wrong. Should have bought one, because I think they were about $1,500 then. A little bit more now.
Yeah, I've had a couple of the base cards of this back when I was opening a lot of this product, but I just didn't see it becoming as big of a card as it is. But I could say that about just about every Ohtani card. Yeah.
I also see people saying the Kyle Tucker contract isn't helping the Braves, and the Soto contract doesn't help the Braves. But
it's not helping anybody.
It's not helping anyone, but the landscape is going to be different when Acuna's contract is up. It's not going to be like this. This isn't what baseball is going to be like. There will be massive changes. There won't be one team spending $400 million and another team spending 65. Like that will not be. They're going to, one way or the other, Jeff, it's going to be different. So I don't know what kind of contracts are going to be handed out. Hopefully more teams are handing out big money deals, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think the Dodgers and I think the Dodgers were kind of clever with what they did. They basically blinded Kyle Tucker with upfront short-term money, and he took it. I would have loved to see him go to the Blue Jays. I think he and Vlad would have been a great tag team. But there's going to be some big changes, and you're right. That contract's not doing anybody any favors. Yeah, real quick. Yeah, Hectic, yes, and Chris C, yes. They're. I think that's already been brought up. I think I heard Rob Manfred in an interview talk about having a if you want to have a top, you've got to have a bottom. And
yeah, I think I've heard Chris say that before.
Yeah, let's just leave that right there. Okay. All right, Jeff. We got a pretty good following in the trivia here. Let's get this up. Boy, that's a tough follow-up. Yeah.
While you're doing that, Sammy Hill had this comment. Most members of the 500 Home Run Club play 20 plus seasons. Yeah, especially all those early guys, with a few exceptions. I'm not sure how many more members we'll see over the next 15, 20 years. I feel like it's, with the money in baseball, people don't need to play as long. That's for absolutely sure. So,
yeah. But yeah, I see a lot of people in comments. Absolutely. The cheap owners they can't get away with this shit anymore.
No, but it's just, you understand their point of view. They're running a business, and by spending another $50 million, it's going to add 0 wins to their team or 0 extra money coming in. So why bother? So until there's some limit both ways, it just doesn't make sense.
It'll be fascinating because if they do install a cap and a floor, the commissioner might have to literally break up the Dodgers, which would be really funny to see how they do it.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Or what sort of penalties would they have to take? Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it.
And it can't just be financial penalties because those don't matter. The Dodgers make so much money that stuff doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, the Pirates are being cheap, Will Z, but that's what I'm saying. What benefit is it to them to give?
Yeah. Why would they sign Kyle Tucker for
$1 in contracts out? Because they're not going to make the playoffs. They have 0 chance. Zero at this time. So
yeah, you could force the the team like the Marlins, but you just have to take the Dodgers TV money is just got to get divided up, because if they're not playing other teams, no one's watching those games. So yeah, Nikki sees you're right. And I think legitimately there is
this shouldn't be a surprise that the Brewers are trying to catch him with their international free agents, but it shouldn't be a surprise because the Dodgers can buy anyone they want, and they've proven it. So
any draft prospect that refuses, that demands a higher bonus, teams will pass on those guys. And hey, guess who's going to sign them? Or guess who's going to draft them? The Dodgers. Guess who's going to give every international free agent maximum pool money? Now, to be fair, they all have the same amount of money, but the Dodgers have made trades to acquire more pool money. So, I mean, it all comes down to the same thing. Just money. It all comes down to money. But okay. Yeah, Hectic, you're right. They were an inch away from losing that World Series.
Right. But we'll have plenty of time to get into this. But when you have more than a dozen teams who go into the season with no chance, and for the foreseeable future will have no chance, it makes a league a tough go of it.
Yeah. So and the arguments are you hear all the arguments, Jeff. Well, there's parity because the same team isn't winning over and over and over. But I mean,
that's the illusion of parity. That's the illusion of parity. And then if you're a small market fan, All right. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that.
Yes, including Forbidden Donut. Yeah, I think that the Premier League, Champions League, that to me seems like not a terrible idea. Not going to be a popular one, but one we would all get used to after a while.
The way it works when you don't have salary caps.
Yeah.
The NFL and the NBA are other ways to do it if you employ a cap.
And yeah, emophobic, the Mets did spend a ton of money, including a lot of money on players that weren't even on their team.
Yes.
Which is pretty entertaining. I think they had more money on paying Verlander and Scherzer than the Marlins paid their entire active roster at one point, which was pretty funny. All right.
Yeah.
So we got trivia coming up. We'll start this in a second.
If you don't have money. That's what it is.
We have a 2019 Topps SP PSA 10s on the line. And I'm going to tell you guys in this trivia, assuming I've done it correctly and it runs smoothly, and these assumptions are pretty aggressive.
Small assumptions.
Small assumptions. There is both, I think, the easiest question we've ever put in here and possibly the hardest.
Wow.
And Jeff has not read these beforehand, which means they're full of typos, and also he may stutter a few times. So hang on to your hats. This will be interesting. Oh, we got a really good turnout in here, Jeff. So we're going to start this trivia.
Let's do it, guys.
Wait, what was the thing I was supposed to do while you were doing trivia?
You were going to go look up the movie, but it was.
Oh, we already found it. Okay. Yeah. All right, good. I like it when I have no responsibilities. No. Perfect. I'll mix another cocktail. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to remove the comments so you have all the space in the world.
Yeah, because they've frozen again anyway. Who's on the cover of the 2025 Stadium Club box? Freddie Freeman, Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts, or Paul Skeens? If you're watching earlier in the show, you would know.
I think the most points ever on a question was like either 88 or 91, Jeff. I think we can break it here. Wow. Wow, guys. Wow.
All right.
89. All right. Good job.
89,
Night to the new hire.
Night Shift right there. Joe Jack Jock. What is the error on this 1989 Upper Deck Dale Murphy? Wrong player, wrong team, wrong card back, reversed image. Man, I always wanted to have this one.
I actually said last year one of my goals was to get a copy of this. I never did. I let myself down, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, that was a very memorable one. Good job. Almost 80% of the people knew that it was reversed image. You can even see it there on his jersey.
More people got this than the box, Jeff.
Yeah, true. Joe Jack Jock is back. Oh, three-way tie. Good job, everybody. 1992 Fleer Update has 2 Hall of Fame rookie cards. Jeff Kent and who? Ivan Rodriguez, Mike Piazza, Pedro Martinez, or Jim Tomei.
One of those sets back in the day, Jeff, that felt so rare. Like you never saw these cards. And now with the internet, you see them everywhere.
I believe that was right when I gave up collecting. 52% of the people said Mike Piazza.
That is correct.
Good job, guys. Crazy Cryptids, Shelly, and Nate the Great. Love that Wayne Grows here. Whose Topps rookie card is this? Is that Raul Mondesi, Juan LeBron, Carlos Beltran, or Jermaine Dye? This could be a trick question, but if anybody's been paying attention to the Hall of Fame vote, you probably are familiar with this guy with a great name.
Sorry, guys. The correct answer is Juan LeBron. That is Juan LeBron's rookie card. It might feature Carlos Beltran, but it's not his card. Send your complaints care of Jeff's P.O. Box.
Trick question got everybody. Hall of Fame snub. Curt Schilling has only 1 rookie card. Which set is it in? 1988 Donruss, 1988 Score, 1989 Donruss, or 1989 Fleer? Man, I opened a lot of this.
We opened some on your birthday a couple of years ago.
Sure did. I think we got a couple of these.
Yep.
Ooh, pretty spread out. Look at that.
Follow-up question. What team is he on, Jeff?
Baltimore Orioles.
That is correct.
Yeah, I remember that shot. It's a great set. Newbies cards, Nate the Great, and Hitman 23. Who is the last left-handed fielder to play a full MLB game at third base? Freddie Freeman, Don Mattingly, Will Clark, or Roger Maris? I do believe I saw somebody on the top of our charts called Hitman 23.
Hopefully he gets this one.
The irony here. 40% said Don Mattingly. Absolutely.
He played a 3-game series there.
Yeah.
Crazy. Good highlights on YouTube.
Did get it right, and he's in second place right behind Newbies cards. Well done, everybody. Whose card is this? Is that Andy Van Slyke, Bobby Bonilla, Johnny Ray, or Barry Bonds? Not who is on the card.
Whose card is it?
Yes.
I like these. Some trickery, Jeff.
Yes, this is very tricky. 48% of the people knew that it's Johnny Ray, but that is, in fact, Barry Bonds' card.
That's right. It's Barry Bonds' opening day rookie card, or baseball's best.
Yeah. I love that because they had that different color border. Andrew Jones, now one of 2 Hall of Famers from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Who's the other? Bert Blyleven, Ozzie Smith, Tim Raines, or Juan Marchal? I believe, was he born in Curacao?
Andrew Jones was, yes.
Yes. Which is a part of the Netherlands. Bert Blyleven, from the actual Netherlands.
From the actual Netherlands, yes.
Newbies cards is Crazy Cryptids right in second place. Hitman 23 right there. Jeez. The Nick Kurtz rookie debut patch auto sold at auction this month for how much? Was it under 250,000, 250,000 to 500K, 501 to 750, or 750 to $1 million? Ooh, this is a tough one. It's really close to one number.
Yep.
41% went with under 500,000. The correct answer.
Like 500 and change. Yeah.
Just over 500,000. In the Sandlot, Benny Rodriguez steals home for what Major League Baseball team? Is it the Yankees, the Reds, the Dodgers, or the Cubs? Thanks for the update, thick boy.
Nice. Wow.
Doc says he's just going to hit a button as fast as possible. 57% of you went with the Dodgers.
That's correct.
So I'm interested. Okay, well, let's see who wins. Crazy Cryptids 515. Great score on this one.
Oh yeah.
Cards got 92 points on that one. It is
Wow,
quick as
good.
possible. Hitman 23. Excellent job. And Newbies cards.
These cards.
7.
All right.
All right, newbie. Let us know what you want from Chris's pile OSPs.
Yeah, I mean,
The Trick LeBron question got Crazy Cryptids.
the LeBron question, that was the one, Jeff.
So interestingly, which did you think was the easiest question we've ever had, and which do you think was the hardest question we've ever had?
The first one was the easiest question because I literally had the box on the screen for like 20 minutes of the show, Jeff, and only 60% of the people got it right.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
But yeah, I thought either the Carlos Beltran Juan LeBron question or the Bert Blyleven question. Both of those to me were really, really difficult because you see Carlos Beltran and you're going to hit it without thinking and then realize, wait a minute, that's not his card.
Yeah.
But I did want to, someone said in the comments there, like, is it the photo that makes it the player's card or is it the name? And that's a great question.
Yeah.
We have talked about that before because Carlos Beltran's card with his name has Juan LeBron, but Carlos Beltran's face, I'm sorry, that's backwards. Carlos Beltran's face is on Juan LeBron's card. So which one is Carlos Beltran's card?
I don't know.
Anyway.
It's like Miguel Cabrera's rookie.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, but those two are switched. So I mean,
yeah, it's weird when they're exactly switched because I don't think Barry Bonds is on the Johnny Ray card. If Johnny Ray had 20-day card, that wasn't the switcheroo like it was here.
No, I don't know of another instance where this happened. And it's crazy that it ended up being, of course, a Hall of Fame. A guy goes into the Hall of Fame and his only Topps rookie card is a picture of someone else.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe a play would have been to buy a bunch of the Juan LeBron cards that have Beltran's picture, grade them, and try to convince people those are the card. I don't know.
M. Newbert wants you to show the Arenado again. He thinks.
Yes. Okay. So M. Newbert is a Red Sox fan, if I am not mistaken. Newbie's card. So we've got the Devers. Is the only Red Sox player remaining. I know you don't want Cano. I know you don't want Altuve. I don't think you want Brandon Crawford. So this is the Arenado, which is pretty cool on deck circle shot, which we always like. Then you got your Verlander. Again, we've talked about that button, Jeff, really working hard. And the Votto about to sing a cappella. So
somebody in the comments mentions this one, which is right in your wheelhouse. The Smoltz Glavine MVP card switcheroo from 1990 Donruss.
Yes. Do I have a copy of that? Hold on. Do I have a copy of that right here?
Yeah, Jackson Merrill also. You're right. That was a different player. I can't remember who was on Jackson Merrill's card, but it was not him. Well done, everyone. That was some great scores on there. Did you find it?
I didn't. I think it was let me get this off the screen. I think it was my wife who suggested getting the John Smoltz card with Tom Glavine's face and get Greg Maddux to sign it.
He wants the
Devers card.
Devers. So you get all of them on one involved in one card.
I think it was her suggestion. I should send that in and get Maddux to sign it, and then you got all three guys on one card.
He would love that.
Yeah, I think he would get a kick out of it. Knowing him, he might pee on it first. Who knows?
Card enjoyer makes you think how many cards are messed up, but no one noticed because the player isn't good. That's true. I'm sure there are a lot of other issues.
Yeah, frequent. Like there's been
cards.
Yeah, there's been a thing recently. I think I forget who it was, but someone in Topps. The back of the card has like the lines for batting stats, but they just the random pitching stats are in there. Like it's just a complete like Excel spreadsheet copy paste mistake. And, no one caught it because it wasn't a big name. I forget. I was on Reddit. I forget like who it was, but it must have been like a random like PC guy. M. Newbert, you should have a soft spot for Devers. Don't forget the damage he did to the Yankees for all those years. Okay. Let me see if we get these comments back up. If maybe that'll change something. No.
Not
It
yet.
didn't.
StreamYard, man.
Yeah, we will. I don't know. We can't like it's. I don't know. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll just have to play around with it. The hard part is that sometimes they work and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Did you guys do? I missed the end of the show last week. Did you guys do a Instagram post of the week?
Nope, we did not. We went like well over time, and then Phil's computer crashed out, and that was pretty much it. So.
Okay. All right. Well, good. And I feel like I'm kind of happy because that means I don't owe someone a post that I forgot about.
No,
let me grab
do not.
This and this. There's one missing here.
While you're looking that up, Nikki C's mentions in the chat that it's incredible how bad the Red Sox screwed up the Devers Bregman thing. And yeah, we've talked a lot about that with some of our Red Sox fan friends. How do you let that happen? A huge market team, a big organization like the Red Sox. How do they screw that up?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and their track record over, say, the last decade hasn't been great when it comes to their superstars and how they treat them. So I don't know what that means. An indictment on ownership? Is there something systemic wrong with how the Red Sox deal with big players? I don't know.
Yeah, I think a big part of this was Breslow's ego. Like I don't know if he just didn't like that, someone else signed their marquee guy and it wasn't him. I don't know. But anyway, I don't have I'm probably not going to be able to go extremely long tonight, Jeff. So let's get into some Instagram posts because I think
now.
We'll get to some good conversations about some of these cards. This was actually one I sent you. I was hoping you guys could talk about last week, so we'll get it up right now.
Yes.
This comes from AP5 Collector. If you guys haven't seen these are from 2006. Topps Chrome had some flashbacks from 1952, and these cards I saw one of these at a show once, and they just look so good in hand. So AP5, this is a fantastic Pujols. Phrasing again, Jeff. I'm just off my game a little bit here.
Taking your shots tonight. Yeah, so I don't know enough about this era of cards. Was this like the first time they gave the 52 top set a chrome treatment? Because it really stands out. I don't know. This looks really great.
Yeah, this card is awesome. Yeah. I believe probably the most important time. If they'd done it before, this was definitely more important. Yeah, I see some comments here. Great card. That is beautiful. Yeah, I know we will be getting. I wanted to mention in Series 1, we're going to be getting some 1952 Topps autos. And some of those mock-ups that we have seen look pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm sort of cautiously optimistic about Series 1. I mean, it's going to be an absolutely brutal, financially crushing rip, but there's some great stuff in there, Jeff.
And the black parallels are back. Took off for one partial every other set, and now it's back.
Yeah, maybe it'll be the parallel version of the platinum set. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, every time I look at this card, it gets really like more cool. So, I mean, if you're interested in players that were active in 2006, go back, look at this checklist, and go hunting because I bet they don't come up very often. And I think he said something in the comments here that there are no gems of this. You can see the centering left to right. Classic Topps are going to bring back their most iconic, famous set, give it chrome treatment for the first time, Jeff, and then off center all the cards.
They just wanted people to feel at home that opened the original 52 that had so many off center cards. Yeah, AP5 Collector said this was on his top 10 list to acquire, and he managed. So yeah, pop 5, none higher.
Yeah,
awesome,
very cool. All right, we're gonna segue from that right over to Riley the Collector. And I gotta say, first of all, if you guys follow Riley the Collector on Instagram, I believe his username is a bit of a misnomer because this gentleman is selling quite frequently. So it might be Riley the dealer or Riley the flipper. But either way, he has some incredible stuff on his page. And excuse me. This is out of that Topps tribute set, Jeff. The dual autos with one image on them.
Yeah, which we've talked about that. It's one of the best subsets, you might say, of the last couple of years. It's really cool. Yeah, look at those autos. It's funny to see the difference in them. Ken Griffey Jr. with maybe one of the best autos in all of sports. And
I
right
like to see the
version of his dad. He's a simple man.
I like that his dad took his time.
Yep.
So that's cool. And I assume this photo was taken during that like 2 or 3 months when they were teammates, which is still just an absolutely incredible thing that happened. All right. So in the comments here, M. Newbert asked, what are our thoughts on the Legends SSPs coming back for Series 1? I love it. I'm excited to see what images they use. Hopefully, Jeff, we're going to get there are huge names on here, and I just hope we get totally new images that we're not going to get a whole bunch of stuff that we've seen.
Yeah, dig them up from the archives, get whatever you need to do to get new pictures. That would be a huge surprise and fun for the collector.
Yes, I am very excited to see what some of those look like. Let me get in here. Someone asked, we do not, Keon Mabane, we do not have the 2020 Stadium Club Ricky Henderson Wave Refractor. We do not have that one. I think we had an orange at one point. We may have pulled, but no, he's holding up the base. It's a really cool card. We do not have a wave.
The waves are so hard to get from there.
Yeah, they are. I think they're not numbered, but only 12 of them. So those are special cards if you can find them.
We do have the Rivera, Chris.
Yes, we do have a Rivera wave, which we probably should do something with. Chris C says that's how you sign autographs, Jackson Merrill. I did see some people talking about in our Discord that he has been doing stuff in the community, like going to some hobby shops and signing for people. So I think someone may have gotten.
Like he's had a change of heart, or maybe a stern talking to. But it sounds like he's really out there dealing with people. We'll see when his next Topps autos come through if he continues to sign his singular initial or if he really signs his name. Hopefully he signs his whole name.
Yeah, I really like these cards, and I don't know if it's good or bad that they put them in Topps Tribute, which is a set that I've never purchased a box or card of. I don't think you have either, Jeff.
No.
There is though. So check out this checklist. There's some really great duels. Obviously, Otani's on one of them. Those cards are going to be pretty tough to get. There's a Trout Witt. There's a couple like Astros have one. There's a Goldschmidt Arenado. Speak of the devil. If you're a Cardinals fan, it's very cool. There's also an Acuna Albies. We got bug flying around here. A bunch of these were also redemptions. So
they've done a great job. Like a Will Clark McGuire one, or
and they use that image that they've used in Stadium Club before from like one of the All-Star games. That's so cool. If you're an 80s collector, I think the Astros one is Yordan and Altuve, and it's a very funny,
Yes, and I love this idea. We've talked about it before that it seems weird that they put it in tribute, but maybe that's their way of making people care about tribute. But the idea of having dual autos, it seems like for the most part, it's either the kind that Chris has, like the Heritage duels, or it's like two rookies. And then one usually pans out and one is terrible, and then it's bad. So I love the idea of these retroactive ones where this is a great pairing and this will forever be a great pairing and with some of the other ones in this set. So I love that idea. I hope they do it more. Keep them on card. It's great. I mean, this looks like a Stadium Club card to me. It
does. I love the idea of the one image with the two autos too. And it's borderless, so it's almost like you're buying like a photo with two autos, which is great.
Love it.
And you're right about those. Some of those duels are great. Like the Acuna Christian Pache from 2021. That didn't age great.
No, it's just like you want to cut them off. You want to cut one person off the image.
But if you're looking for an inexpensive Acuna auto, that might be one of your cheapest options. And I think Aaron Judge in 2019, there's a Judge Gleyber Torres. So that's probably about the cheapest Aaron Judge auto you're going to get. Do with it what you want.
No, then you cut it off and get it PSA to slab it as authentic.
Yep. There you go. The Finkel Einhorn dual auto. Right there with you, buddy. All right. Here we go. Okay, next up.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought this was cool. You don't see clears very often. They just don't really show up a ton. And I know they're there. We know they're always in the product, but this is Michael Harris. Here's his clear. Inexplicably a PSA 10. I don't know how that's possible.
I mean, there were a couple of Mookies from his rookie year that were the clears got 10. I haven't seen any since then. That if you've ever held one of these in hand, that acetate surface shows everything. Like you can't even wipe it down with a microfiber because it's so sensitive. Congrats on this 10. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, we've had a couple, and yeah, I breathe on these cards, and all of a sudden, like half the surface just gets wiped away. Yeah, and Michigan Cards and Graphs, thank you for sharing this. Yeah, this to me, we talk about odd image choices. When I saw this, I didn't love it. You can see the ball is there. I believe it was Shelly the Turtle back in 2023 looked it up for us. And yeah, Michael Harris is diving for a pop-up, and he does not catch this ball. And it's just what possessed them to put this on his rookie card, I do not know. But
he just wanted the horizontal Superman type vibe, I guess.
I mean, it does sort of it fits the card pretty well, I gotta say. But they did realize that it wasn't great, and then he was I think he was the only person actually in 2023 who has a different image in Topps Chrome than he does on his flagship card.
Yeah, that's right.
They corrected them. They were like, you know what, that doesn't work, and they just moved on, which is I appreciate seeing that.
Quickly, a question from Doc's Cards for SSP Thursday. Does a 2020 Stadium Club wave count?
Sure.
It's so rare. They're so hard to find. I mean, technically, it's not a super short print because it's the same image as appears on the other cards, but it is a super short print.
Or super short printed. We are very lenient on SSP Thursday. We just want the engagement. We want you guys to like post stuff and look at other people's cards. And so, yeah, it's fine. We love
it's fun to see rare cards. Like that's you're probably going to post a card we've never seen.
Yeah.
If it's a 2020.
So Joey K says he's waiting for one of his PSA subs. Good luck, buddy. He's got a Ken Griffey Sr. Real one auto out of Heritage. So that's cool. I like when they take the when I'm trying to, how do I describe this? So like this year's or last year's Heritage was the 76 design. So Topps actually would take the same images from actual 1976 cards, reprint them, and then have the players sign them. I think that looks very cool when they do it.
Yeah,
I like that.
Agree. Michigan Cards and Graphs is going to try this. Just a base card from 2020. Chris would let that slide because he loves the set.
I mean, we're not policing this. Like, you're not going to get like a demerit. You may get a,
maybe we should. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
let's have Jake walk around handing out demerits if it's not.
At the West Coast Card Show, Jake is gigantic. It would be terrifing if he comes charging at you to dispute your SSP Thursday post. Be careful, guys. Yeah, you might get a snide comment message to you, but I mean, we can all survive those.
Travis demerit. Thick Boy, I see the egg cartons. That's probably the inside of a case, like an inside of a Zion case or a slab case. I do not believe it's his rollout mattress.
I mean, well, I appreciate the care he's taking with this card.
Rippin' Dodgers Friday night. I don't even know what that date is, Chris. The 13th-ish, whatever the Friday night of the card show is.
It is the 13th. Yes, it'll definitely be the 13th. Yeah, Rippin' Dodgers, you were there last time. Hoping to see you again. That was fun. We'll find a box, and everyone there will get a pack. We'll open it together, and hopefully someone gets something.
Yeah.
I like seeing actual comments showing up. That's great. So we are looking forward to that. Yeah, Brent's Dugout posted some pretty cool Michael Harris cards. I think I actually pulled up another one of his posts. I'm missing one. I don't know what it was, and that's got my poor brain. He also posted these two gold Heritage cards.
When gold was gold.
Oh man, these golds out of 5. There's a lot of stuff we need to lobby Topps to undo or to redo, and these have got to go back to 5, Jeff. They just have to. They're just so cool. And at a 50, they're just another gold refractor.
Yes, it's such a different thing. That's one of the things that made Heritage so special.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do it, but yeah.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I understand, trying to normalize the colors a little bit, but at the same time, these sets need their individual
sports. Yeah, but fine, have a couple exceptions. That's what makes the uniformity great. If you have a few exceptions, those will stand out, right? So I have 100 sets where gold equals 50, and you have one where it's 5.
Yeah, it's not like breakers are ripping, heritage high number anyway.
Oh boy, Chris C, this is a good question. And it's happened a lot to Chris and I. And there's just no way around it. There's no way around needing, I mean, I guess there is. You could be rich. You could be part of the Kevin O'Leary Wondershine Index. But for a lot of us, I think this is a situation we run into a lot. The hardest part of this, Chris, is knowing when to sell. Do you sell to get the money to fund that Grail card? Sometimes when you get the money first, you lose the card. But if you get the card first, then it really puts an urgency for some of us on getting rid of those cards. And we made a video about that.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done it both ways. And yeah, we've even done it where we bought something on eBay with on one of our credit cards. And we're like, okay, we've got 5 weeks until that credit card bill comes due. And another way of phrasing that is 5 weeks until our wives see the credit card bill. But no, but yeah, you just got to figure out what timing works for you. And yeah, Chrissy, it's painful. That blue Otani we bought, we love, but we sold in that sale-a-thon, that week of selling to be able to afford it. We sold 3 other Otanis, and they've all tripled in price as well. So had we known what we know now, probably just would have sold all our Freemans.
Sold everything else besides Otani. Yeah. Right? But you don't really know. And like Chris said, we've done it the other way. We've done it where we got rid of the cards and then the other card was no longer available. And then you really feel lost. So it's a tough situation. Good luck if you're doing it.
Yeah. Shoot us a message if you have any questions, or we're happy to give you some advice. But yeah, it's tough.
Happy to bounce ideas off.
Yeah, it's stressful too, because you're trying to time everything in a way. Like, I would think the worst feeling, we have sold stuff that we liked to raise money and then been outbid on the card. And now our cards are gone that we liked and we didn't get the one we wanted. And we're like, that's an empty feeling. But at least then the fallback is we have some money to buy something else. But yeah,
and then I think what you have to go into it too is thinking about what cards you could get back. So just looking at these 2 on the screen, if these were part of your collection and you were thinking of selling them to be able to acquire another card, these you may never see again. Whereas if it's an equivalent value, but it's maybe a gold out of 50 of another player, that's a $1,000 card or $2,000 card, a card that you may be able to see again. That's a way that Chris and I have kind of decided, well, should we sell this one? If there are 2 equivalent cards, we need that money from one of them. What's the one we're most likely to be able to see again if we want it back?
Yep. Yeah, exactly right. I do see some people in the comments saying there is a PayPal 6 months of no interest. So that's another thing. You're to race against the clock.
It's a 49 Bowman Jackie. 6 months no interest, not long enough. LOL. Chris, I think this is a great time to sell some of your wax collection. It'd be great to take some of your wax collection, take some profits, and put it into that 49 Jackie, because that's a card that's not going to fall by the wayside.
That's a historically important card. Those are very special. And it also seems like it's pretty unlikely more of those are going to come tumbling out of the woodwork, Jeff.
Yes. We hear these fines, but they're few and far between. They're not going to be doubling their pop out there. So I would really consider selling. I know you've got an incredible stash of wax, especially 2018 wax. And Phil was even talking about this on a recent Spitball. And then when he looked at his year end, he almost is starting to feel a little overexposed to some 2018 wax because just the increase in value has been so has skyrocketed so much compared to other wax. So it might be a good time to take some of those profits off the table and put it in a Jackie. And if you do, let us know.
Yeah. I mean, because Jeff will buy those 2018.
I've got my one box. I believe Phil said, I can't remember what the number is. Somebody in the chat or mine, but he had 43 boxes in his wax stash. I've got my one.
And sometimes it works.
Box.
I'm sure those 43 boxes were great. And I bet he has 43 boxes of 2021 Bowman's Best as well. And that one probably didn't work out as well.
That's true.
Yeah, I think, Chrissy, you probably have some wax profits. I bet you could turn to that Jackie and
Yeah. In fact, that would make a great video. You should chronicle the progress of that if you do decide to go.
Yeah,
that
we
route.
would. Yeah, please. Hectic has a Vlad 1 of 1. I'd love to hear what that is.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
What Vlad 1 of 1? Yes, and
good.
I was just
Someone in
going
the comments
to
said
say, love having the negotiating power. If you have one,
Yeah.
there's only one card. You set your price.
You got some good leverage. Doc's card says it's a great time to buy Trout, and then Dan Schweiger with a counterpoint here. What do we even? Let's say even if he doesn't get hurt, he played a pretty full season this year. And what was he? Was he notable in any way, shape, or form?
No, it's sad.
I'm not. I think his cards can keep going down. I think every time we head into a season, there's enough people out there saying if Trout can just give us one more good season, guys, he's not going to give us one more good season.
That said, I did buy a Trout recently from Scotty B Cards that he was getting rid of, but yeah, which I still haven't gotten yet. But he's another guy who a work stoppage. I mean, think about if Trout does show some sort of resurgence and has a good year, and then misses the last maybe good year or two of his prime because of a work stoppage. He seemed to cinch to get to 100 career WAR.
Yeah, and what's he going to do? Well, how's he going to spend his work stoppage, Jeff? Running around with 135 pounds on his back again?
I think that's about right. Yeah.
I love Mike Trout as a person. I love him as a player, but I think the Trout that we love is not coming back. And no. I believe his cards will continue to go down. So unless you see something you may never see again that you want to grab, I think his cards will continue to go down. And then once he retires, it sounds crazy. Would be my prediction that once he retires, Jeff, they start to go back up. And then people start looking at the whole catalog of what he's done. But right now
we've seen that before where even they get a little bump at retirement and then they kind of sag away, and then as it gets a few years away, people start to look back at all the good things they did. They look at Pujols' prime and Miguel Cabrera's prime and seeing how dominant players they were. They'll look back at Trout and see the decade of the 2010s and see how he was unmatched, and that'll start to take effect. So yeah, it's trying to time that market.
Yeah, for sure. But I've seen in the comment for sure Trout's first ballot Hall of Famer. He doesn't have to play another game again. Absolutely, 100%. But that just the Hall of Fame and the hobby are two different things. He's just so in the shadow of Ohtani now and Judge. And guys, in about 3 years, Mookie Betts is probably going to pass him in WAR, and he'll have 5 World Series titles at that point. And Trout's got 3 postseason games.
Yeah, as we've talked about before, the one thing that could give Trout a little bump is if he would go to a contender. If he'd get traded to the Phillies and they'd make a playoff run, that could bring more attention to his cards. But as long as he's in Anaheim and they're not doing anything, it doesn't really matter what he does. Mike Bassick, our friend of the show, I see he posted, just got done watching Bull Durham. My 17-year-old son wanted to watch it. Awesome.
Nice.
Great movie. And then I see Blabbin on Wednesday. Yeah, we're doing a little special Wednesday night Blabbin. So thanks for joining us. And I think somebody had a question for you in the chat, Mike. I'm not sure if you answered it, but they want to know when announcers report to spring training.
Oh, that's a very interesting question.
Inside baseball, if you have a chance.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting on that answer, I wanted to post Kenny's Card 6. Just dropped this absolutely gorgeous Juan Soto red refractor here from Topps Chrome Update. These are, of course, numbered to 25, which makes all the sense in the world. Sure. And we said it before, Jeff, but we're on the same page here. I will take this non-auto over the sticker auto all day long. It looks so clean. It's so nice. Day.
Yeah, especially 2018, 2019. These parallels in flagship and chrome, they're unmatched. The little design, like the flared kind of fireworks design back there. All the red going on. You see the young Soto swing. This is a really cool card. So yeah, as he says, bring on the 2026 season. I think Soto's gonna have a big one. Yeah, the Soto, Lindor, Soto, Bichette. There's a lot of really interesting dynamics and with the Mets, and they're not done. I hated the Freddie Peralta trade almost as much as Jeff hated the Freddie Peralta trade. I feel like I mean, as much as Framber's getting a bad rap because he drilled his own catcher, and he should, that's going to cost him a lot of money. I feel like the Mets are just going to eventually sign him, and they're going to be good. Stearns a really smart baseball guy, left the Brewers to play in a bigger sandbox, and he's got that money now, and they're using it. So Mike says he's going March 12th. March 12th to spring training as they get
Maybe
the
that's when
games.
they start televising the games.
Pretty
Yeah.
awesome job, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you have the best view in the ballpark 162 days out of the year. It's awesome. Trout on the Dodgers, no. I saw someone said they're hoping Trout goes to the Cubs. I mean, he's just the thing. He's got to have a huge, like, June and July, right? He's got to have those 2 months, like some kind of incredible run where a team like the Phillies or the Cubs would just decide, you know what,
That they could see we could use him for the stretch run. He could help us out.
Yeah. I also feel like Jeff, and I don't. Angelos won't eat the contract, and we talked about that before. But what could the Phillies make on?
Not Angelos. Who's the guy there?
Oh, I said it. No. Yeah. Who was it? I said Angelos. That's not right.
No, I can't remember. Artie Moreno.
Moreno. Yeah. But the Phillies could make a lot of money on jersey sales alone, Jeff. Jersey sales, T-shirt sales. That area.
It would be huge if he went, which is essentially back home for him. Yeah.
He could play left field. I mean, for God's sake, they put Schwarber in left field there. It'd be fine.
Yes. I would love to see that. You're right. There's a pride thing, an ego thing, and I don't know if I'm talking about Moreno on Moreno's side.
Okay, hold on. There was someone in here said something that we have to go back to. Oh yeah. I need to know.
Ooh.
BH Rome, what is this 9K Ohtani card? Ooh. I would love to know. Please share.
Yeah.
Don't make me go on to Fanatics Collect and look for sales and try to find something around 9K.
Yeah, you're getting into some heavy territory there. You could find a pretty nice Ohtani.
But anyway, kudos to Kenny's cards here. I think when it comes to, like, Jeff and I have talked about Soto stuff a lot. When it comes to his autos, I think Dynasty is 1, Heritage is 2, huge drop off, and then maybe like Bowman's Best is 3. But when it comes to non-autos, this might be it. This might be the best non-auto Shohei Ohtani or Juan Soto that's, like, attainable. A Heritage Gold out of 5, you're never going to see it. But this might be his best non-auto rookie, Jeff.
Yeah. And we should ask Kenny Cards. Sometimes he's in here. I want to know if he got this recently or if he's always had this. It's really cool. In any case, great card, great pickup.
Yeah. All right, I see Royally Cheese bought a 2024 gold minted Judge. Nice. Oh, wow. This is fascinating to me. So you bought this on eBay and went straight to PSA. You got to let us know how that goes.
Yes. Yes, we've heard good and bad things about that. Even people buying directly from ComC and sending it there. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I'm not going to attempt to say this guy's name. I've muffled it before. But yeah, I mean, this is also a very real possibility. The city that booed Santa Claus could very easily make Mike Trout's final, 5 years in baseball an absolute nightmare.
True, but I feel like he's down so bad that what could people expect? How much worse could it be? I think even Philly fans might feel a little sorry for him. I guess it depends what they'd have to give up to get him, but it's not. If they would be getting 2020 Mike Trout and he struggled, I could see that being a horrible situation. But this is kind of like,
but I mean, I think it all depends also what happens. Like, if they pick him up, Jeff, and he goes into the division series and goes 0 for 16 with 12 Ks, yeah, they're going to boo the hell out of him.
Yeah.
But what if he has a couple big hits and they get to the World Series? And I mean, what if they win the World Series and we got Trout and Harper holding up a trophy together? The city wouldn't care what he did after that.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
yeah, it's all about moments, and Trout just hasn't really been able to have them because of where he's played.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Collector Charles. It takes a lot, but Piazza stuff is I guess, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know who we would compare him to, but it's definitely not cheap.
Posey.
Yeah. Posey is okay. All right. I got a couple more things to get to here that I'm kind of excited to talk about. Oh man, what a card. That was what I was thought. Okay. Got that one. Got this. I'm just talking to myself now. Okay. Mellow Cards posted this bad boy. I felt like now that we exist in a time where we're temporarily unsure about Stadium Club image variations, if we're going to get them or not, I still believe we are. I'm not panicking yet, as I said, but this Gunnar Henderson I think it's one of his best rookie images. That cool horizontal, the black jersey. I believe he homered. I think we looked this one up back in the day.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's just a really, really cool shot here. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So mellow cards, great pull. I know our good buddy Ephus Pitch actually pulled one of these out of a box, which was nuts at the time because this was like the rookie he was chasing that year in 2023. But yeah, Gunner's got some cool images. This one is near the top of my list. I like the golden mirror in the dugout where he's high-fiving everyone with the huge chain. That one might be number one, but this to me is number two. And by the way, guys, jaw lines like you read about right here. That's a Hollywood jawline, isn't it, Jeff? As someone who also has one.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he's going to have a nice bounce back. He's a showman. He's in the midst of a big lineup. He's gonna bounce back and have a big year. So, yeah, this is a great card.
I like that card a lot. And Nikki C's here mentions thoughts on Cal Raleigh. His Topps Chrome update image variation is I think it's one of the best Topps Chrome cards of the year. He is celebrating, I believe, his home run derby championship. He's covered in some jewelry and a trophy. It's a really cool card. I like it a lot. I know a couple people that went out to get one up right on release day. Long term, I don't know, 60 home runs lives forever, doesn't it, Jeff?
Yep, absolutely. And we get one more year out of him to show that this is not a fluke. One more big year. Maybe he'll have some hobby relevance. Sudsy with a card you could appreciate, Chris. Bought a Gretzky Messier dual auto and an MJ game used patch this last week, and my wife said I was done till March. That doesn't seem too long to have to wait after two monsters like that. So good work.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's some great Messier Gretzky dual autos I've seen as a Ranger fan. Unfortunately, they weren't together as long as I think I hoped, and a lot of people hoped they would be. But those duels are great. Obviously, the Edmonton ones are probably a little bit cooler and probably a little bit more expensive if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the Ohtani 2019 out of 25 Ohtani auto Topps Chrome. I'm old and pictures are new. Oh yeah, you'd have to send us the picture on Instagram or something. But Topps Chrome from 2019. I'm trying to picture what that image is.
I got it.
Great.
We find it quick. I'm guessing it's this guy, the Future Stars.
Okay, the Future Stars.
I'm guessing this is it. And if this is it, congrats, because this is very, very cool. I like this. Jeff and I are big fans of the old Topps Future Star cards. And they did kind of use the same sort of rainbow coloring there. Let me know if this is it or not.
Yes, it is. And he's got the his old auto on there, which is nice too. Love to see the original.
Anything with that old auto is going to get a premium, even if it's from an insert set like this. I mean, mind you, I'm right there with you. I grabbed this guy out of an insert set. I love the old auto. I got to be honest, though. I'm concerned. I was concerned when you first said 2019 out of 25. Because in 2019 Topps Chrome Update, Jeff, he has they just threw sticker autos.
Stickers. Yep.
On some of his Gold Cup cards, and they look horrific. So I was like, in my mind, trying to come up with a way to be positive about that, whereas it would make me really sad to see it. So the fact that you bought this is awesome. Congrats. It's a beautiful card. You can tell by the comments, everyone is behind you on it. Hitting image, Topps Chrome, major set. Yeah. Put this one in your safe. Check on it in a couple of years. Nice.
A question from Crooked Hearts, 3 Crooked Hearts. Do World Baseball Classic moments impact card demand? If Trout would have homered off Ohtani, would that have been considered his big moment? Yes. I think it absolutely would have been a huge moment. Yes. And I think we were talking about this in our chat or one of our, maybe the Discord, about this World Baseball Classic seems to have more hype than any previous one. So I think there's going to be a lot of chances for players to show out and have big moments. And I think that's going to affect their hobby value. So let's keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I think for a while this tournament was really underappreciated, but you saw like when Trey Turner hit that huge home run for Team, it matters to the players, maybe more than probably, it mattered to the fans. I think now we're starting to get behind it a little bit more, but yeah, the Topps Now card of Ohtani pitching to Trout, isn't that one of the most popular Topps Now cards of all time, Jeff?
Oh yeah, by a mile.
So yeah, I would say absolutely if Trout had homered off Ohtani, like as it is, we see that replay a lot. That's probably, and I hate to say it, it's Trout's most replayed baseball moment.
It is, yeah.
And it took a perfect slider to get him. Like that thing didn't break for like 61 feet, and then it just broke. But yeah, it does matter, and it stinks that he's not playing this time. I'm shocked they couldn't like stick him on the bench or something.
Yeah, I thought he'd be like an honorary captain or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's still a chance that he ends up on the team, but if he really wants to play, I'm sure DeRosa will take him.
You're getting a final shout out from Joey K about Dry January, which sadly just ended. But it was a good run while it lasted.
Yeah, it was a good run. It was a good run. Almost 3 weeks, which, I don't take it away from me.
Nope, that was really good. Yeah, Dave makes a good point here. There have been some really cool World Baseball Classic cards coming out, especially of 2023. Yeah. I'm expecting more from this year, so I have a feeling that they're going to be putting some of those in. Yeah, the Finest had some really good ones. That's where there's like a Mike Trout saluting card, which is great. But then they soiled them with some sticker autos, Jeff. Yeah. Which to me showed that they didn't respect the tournament enough to actually do the cards right. So hopefully this year we get some huge moments. The Dominican team is ridiculous. The USA team is ridiculous. Japan is obviously going to be really good. Yep. Venezuela should be good. Puerto Rico is going to be good. This is and teams are really excited for it, or the players are really excited for it. I know Mookie, I think Mookie said his wife they're expecting a child, right in the middle of it. Yes. So his wife was like, you really can't go play. I still think there's a chance that he just shows up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised because you could still leave at any time to go, but yeah. But I mean, you don't want to commit and then miss, the semifinals and finals because you're having a child. I think he's probably true. Yeah. Yeah. Collector Charles, best outfield. And the fact that Skeens and Scooble both wanted to be in it, that's been their Achilles heel, is finding players to show up. Like in 2023, I think Lance Lynn and Miles, no, he was on Greece. No, he was on Team USA. Lance Lynn was definitely one of them. I'm trying to think who the other pitchers were, but it was dicey. Yeah. Well, and I think part of it too, congratulations from Mike. But thanks, Mike. It's a weird thing to toast to, but yeah, I'm just going to go into it. I think that it's especially dicey for pitchers because they're coming off their winter break. They don't have as much time to ramp up, and a lot of people or a lot of pitchers are afraid of injury, and their clubs are as well. I think they got more support from the clubs this year. Maybe Mike even knows something about this, but it seemed like the pitchers got more support because teams realize that this is a boon for them as well as if they have players in this and are visible in play. So I mean, if you were in the Mets front office in 2023, you probably didn't consider it a boon to anything. I get it. Like, pitchers are the biggest risk because instead of ramping up to get going hardcore April 1st, you're ramping up to get going hardcore March 6th. And that's a huge difference. And the last thing, and the Pirates don't give a shit, but the Tigers, who will be competitive, the last thing they want is Scooble getting tired in September because he was pitching meaningful tournament games in March. So I totally get why teams. And you have to feel like then the Tigers are going to change a little bit of how they deal with him in the regular season because of that. Maybe skip a couple starts, maybe have him on some sort of limit for a couple starts so that he's not completely tanked by September. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much those guys pitch and how it affects it. Yeah. I love this idea. This would be a great alternative to the lockout. And just keep playing. Yeah. Just keep playing. I've also heard I've heard this idea bantered around on talk radio, which I admit is something I listen to. That's a podcast 20 years ago for you kids out there. Making the semifinals and finals of the World Baseball Classic, put them during All-Star Week. So everyone is warm at that point. And there's nothing else going on. There's no basketball, no football, no hockey, no nothing. So the world is ready for baseball. And right there in that All-Star Week, you could have the All-Star game. You could do the World Baseball Classic Tuesday, semifinal, Wednesday, semifinal, championship Thursday, home run derby Friday. The All-Star game is Saturday. I think it would be that idea, but I think the man, you're going to just get different teams because players are going to get hurt and then not be able to play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's something about having that tournament where it just goes straight through and all the players have played and then just keep playing and they build on that unity they have. So, but I can see both sides of it.
No, I mean, there's no perfect solution for it.
Not really.
That's one that week would be really, really fun for baseball fans. Yeah. But anyway, Sudsy actually, hold on, give me a second. I missed obviously the comments are not. So Sudsy 1 says, any chance of the Hope Diamond parallel coming back for 2026 Topps? Now Jeff and I, we talked about this on a Spitball, and I think the 50th anniversary, which is what 2011 was, the traditional gift is diamond. So makes perfect sense.
The 60th. Yeah.
60th. Is that what?
Yeah.
2011 was? Yeah, you're right.
Diamond, right. And 75th is also diamond.
Yes. So and we looked this up, and for 75, God help anyone who can be married for 75 years, is also diamond. So I think they're going to do something like that, but we have no insider knowledge. I have no idea. They're playing a lot of stuff really kind of close to the vest here. I'm guessing we're going to get some cool reveals on social media the week it comes out, but we don't know. But I would say there's a very good chance there's something similar to those diamond designs coming our way in 2026. Agreed. And Boston Red Sox, Roman Anthony collectors, get ready because it's going to be an expensive February, March, and April for you.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with those for sure.
Yeah. Give me a second here.
Speaking of Hope Diamonds, so Tex is looking to share in it. Chris, I saw somebody on Blowout is putting together the entire Brewer team set of the Hope Diamond parallels. Ooh. So if anybody happens to have any Brewers and hasn't sent them to me for my Brewer binder, there's a guy on Blowout and he's got about half of them, and that would look really cool to see together. So, so if you're not on Blowout, check it out. Or if you have any, let me or Chris know and we can put you in touch with them. But they are so cool. I have not actually seen one in hand. I know Chris saw Freeman in hand, but
I drove like 2 hours to meet someone who had a Freddie Freeman for sale, and he just said he looked clean. It looked great to him, and I got there. It had a crease and a bunch of like surface indents, and he still wanted like over $1,000. And in hindsight, Jeff, I kind of feel like maybe I should just grab the damn thing because
maybe, yeah. But at the time, that was a lot.
Yes, I was really annoyed. But yeah, buy it, send it, get it, like a PSA authentic slab, and just be done with it. But it still looked really, really cool. Speaking of things that look cool, Jeff, look at this gosh darn color match that Zinc 42 Collect posted of this epic Jose Bautista card.
The bat flip, probably one of the biggest moments in Blue Jays 21st century history until they almost won the World Series. But what a shot. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Carter's number one. For sure. In Blue Jays history forever. I think this has got to be number 2. And the Vlad Grand Slam off of the Yankees might be 3. But yeah, this is incredible. So on Zinc 42's Instagram page, he also has a sapphire of this, which looks similar, but the blue, the Topps Chrome blue color match is this is a spectacular, one of the best Topps Chrome base cards of all time.
Yeah, it's the horizontal wide angle is kind of a Stadium Club vibe to it, and just it puts you right back in that moment. And if you haven't seen it lately, go and watch the video because it's great.
John Olerud helmet with no ear flaps. That's not even a moment. By the way, John Olerud. Well, we could talk about John Olerud a lot. Really underrated baseball player. One of the best collegiate baseball players of all time, if not best collegiate athletes of all time. I missed this comment initially. Congratulations to Situational Adventures parents. 60 years of marriage, Jeff. Incredible.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Incredible.
Well done. Well done, Situational Adventures. Mr. and Mrs. Situational
Adventures. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like my wife gets so annoyed with me, Jeff, and it's been 20 years.
That's pretty amazing. That's great.
Yeah. All right. We got a couple more cards, and then Jeff and I both have to use the restroom.
Ben Rice, yeah, that's a great picture. I know the Ben Rice card you're talking about. Somebody posted a gold.
Yeah, Ben Rice, that's got to be one of the best Topps Chrome cards of this whole season. He and Cal Raleigh definitely have 2 of the best ones. Okay, so I want to talk about these for a minute. Hectic, we definitely have a couple of goals, which we'll talk about as we get closer to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a Blabbin, I think, the night before we're going to go. So we'll probably do nothing but talk about that show and our plans for, what did my wife say? Many drinks February. That's not what she said. No, frequent drink February. Okay, so AB8 Hobbies posted this, and I've seen a couple people now on Instagram talk about these. These are called companion cards, and it's basically another phrase that Topps came up with to describe an image variation, but they're only available in the Costco boxes, which limits, I guess, their print run a little bit, but also limits their long-term value as well, which is a shame because this card is really cool. I think it's a great Aaron Judge image. In 2024, his Topps Chrome SSP is him in a suit with an MLB Network microphone in front of his face. And I have no interest in that card. Short print
they
day.
should have used this.
If they had used this card, it's $1,000 card in Topps Chrome. Easy.
Yep.
Very cool. We have 2 Yankee logos in the shot on deck circle, pointing at this is a really, really sweet card.
Got his eye black on, road uniform. Looks great.
Yeah. I would say that this card, his SSP in Flagship is the best, where he's tipping his cap after the 3-homer game. That card's awesome. But this would be my second favorite Aaron Judge card out of 2024. And it's just a shame where they put it, because this is not going to get the appreciation that it deserves because it's in a Costco box.
Yep.
Or a super box, as Joey K is saying.
Yeah, SFO Sox fan in the comments, I believe, found out that this was from a Fenway Park game as well.
Looks like a monster behind him, right? Looks like the monster behind him.
Yep.
David talked about the Sapphire. Yeah, he's kind of winking and like pointing at the camera. That one's okay. Not really baseball related. I like this one a lot. I really do. I may end up picking up a copy of it, but at least it isn't.
Situational Adventures, yeah, we'll be there. We got the early entry, which I believe early is still like 11 a.m. So it's not that early on Friday, but we'll be around there. So come find us. I'm sure we'll be wearing Brewer and Braves gear. Yeah, and
there are bars around there. So if you're ever, if you swing by any of the bar locations,
bar in the hallway,
if you see a tall blonde dude in an Aaron Judge jersey, that's definitely Jake. I don't have a copy of that yet, and I think Jake might have a base card of it. Okay,
yeah. I love all the Field of Dreams cards,
but take a look. And Gigi's cards or Gregory, if you're here, like this seems like something you'd be really interested in. The checklist for these companion cards. There's some really cool images, and they're not particularly expensive, and they would look very good together in a binder.
Look good together, yeah, for sure.
Okay, what do we got here? All right, Jeff, I got one more card, and then our post of the week.
Great.
This one is our good buddy Blake at Stadium Club Chrome. Just like a stunning Joey Votto. It's just your basic Stadium Club auto, but what an incredible image.
Great image. I love how they highlight him and everything else is a little faded in the background, even though the catcher is kind of in the foreground. He's blurred out a little, not blurred out, but faded out a little bit. And the big auto, using all the space, using all the white across his legs and glutes. Perfect.
Yeah, you may not remember this because it didn't hurt you like it hurt me, but a few months ago during a Blabbin episode, I was bidding on a card, and Stadium Club Chrome was watching, also bidding on a card, and he even commented after the fact. He was like, I didn't think anyone was going to pay attention to this Joey Votto Stadium Club auction. He's like, but then with 5 seconds left, I look up and I see Chris is over here like typing on his phone. So he ended up winning it. So the 2018 Joey Votto Stadium Club auto. So now he's got this, which I think is like 2015. He doesn't sign that much. And there's nothing better than like a base Stadium Club auto, Jeff, with like the borderless design and a big bold auto and a cool shot. Just amazing card. So congrats to him. Check out his page.
This is a gold though, Chris, too. This is a gold, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, gold out of 25?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Which,
it's just like,
why not 25 anyway?
Yeah. There's nothing too shiny about it. Just focusing on the image there. Head down, point of contact. Yeah. Check out his page.
Coach, see all the fans. They're a little in the background. It's great. Great shot.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, Jeff. I got about 3 minutes before I just soil myself. So let's get to our. Yeah, I think. You want to fire up the song? Let's get the comment on.
Blabbin Bout Slabbin! Instagram post of the week.
Okay. I don't know if I nailed the timing. Probably didn't. Don't care. A cardboard compulsion, and I'm assuming he's spelled with a K on purpose, not because of his crippling dyslexia. But this is one of the very first redemptions, Golden Mirror auto redemptions from Update to come in. Freeman still has.
We've been waiting to see these.
This is one of the first ones to arrive, and look at that auto. It's perfect. Like this card, they nailed this one. This is absolutely perfect flagship baseball card.
And they did a great job with the gold. Sometimes the paint pens are touch and go with people, but this is a perfect use of it. Perfect use case. The gold even matches a little gold on the trophy. It's a great image. No notes. This is awesome.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking, Jeff. The flags and the trophy are gold. The auto's gold. The pen wasn't like too weak or too strong. Like the auto is perfect. The black, because it's vertical, the black box just sort of picks up right under the trophy. It's under where it says World Series. Like it comes together absolutely perfectly. It's the only one of these that I've seen. The only person I know that had one of the redemptions. I'm sure a lot of these are going to get filled and we might see them on eBay soon, but goddamn, this is a sexy ass card.
It does look like he's belting out some Creed right there. Yeah, it looks like he's at karaoke night, busted out some higher. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, I like that you see it.
Clear, crisp. Yeah.
Yeah, peak gold Sharpie is exactly right. Yeah, MT Packs official. This is a stunner. Absolutely stunning card. I am a little bit concerned about the horizontal ones, Jeff, like Ohtani with the World Series trophy, Freeman with the World Series trophy. I don't know how much of the image we're going to lose. We'll find out.
Yeah. Oh, Mike with a little callback, a great picture, just holding a piece of metal. That's all it is, right?
Yep. See, Jeff, you hear Creed. I look at this and I hear, "Tell me why." You know that's
nothing but... Yeah, I get it. Them right there.
To each their own. But yeah, AK cardboard compulsion. Congratulations, my friend. This is the numbering. That fact that he put his number 22 and it's just
perfect. Right on the shirt.
Awesome.
Well done. Yeah.
My bladder can't take much more, Jeff. We're gonna have to call this one.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on this Wednesday show. Reminder: next week, I believe, is SSP Thursday. Chris, is it not? Are we in February?
We will be in February next week for SSP Thursday. So please, get your cards ready. We want to see some cool stuff. And yeah, we talk a lot about on our show. We usually sign off with call your parents, call your friends. Please do. You never know. Call your parents if you can this weekend. They'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hit us up on Instagram if you have any questions or comments, and we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Let's get some music in here.
Yeah, grunge me out. Here we go.